on the lower side. Unaib Rahman has been brilliant with his slower deliveries and that variation he brings in with his pace. On that occasion as well, beating Usman, I thought he was expecting that slower delivery and was that bit late on that, missing it out completely. So this has been a good start to this penultimate over, just one run of the first two deliveries. And this is where Unaib Rahman will have to be very careful.
Nicely bowled again into the block hole and very full, very straight onto the stumps. Will only be another single. So this is excellent bowling from Unaib. Very impressed with the way he's bowled. Not only in this game, but throughout the tournament. He has been one of the key bowlers for Emirates Blues. Ashwant Valtapa behind the gloves, behind the stumps today with the gloves. No Tanish Suri. I was very impressed with his wicket keeping. The way he kept behind the stumps. Not taking any credit away from Ashwant, but really enjoyed watching him. A full toss, a quick one. He's looking at the umpire. Oh, that's been given as a no ball. Again, I think this is a little harsh from the two umpires. It's given for the waist height. But I felt that it was somewhere around and below the waist. Let's look at that in the replay. Rashid, take us through.
Well, I think he just missed out on his length. And, oh yes, I think he went upright. I think it was just over his hip area. So I think a good call. They're not taking any chances. But Unaib Rahman, very rarely does he miss out on his targets. It's a freebie then, Usman Khan to take that. Slower delivery, that's been bowled well. Doesn't get the timing on it. Will only be a single. So this, however, even though he's gotten that free hit as well, but he hasn't been able to get a boundary.
Well, a good start for Sharjah. Thanks to this man on your screen, Hassan Isa Khail. That first over was all about sixes, one bigger than the other. He started off with a hit that was okay, but then he just kept growing in confidence and stature in that innings. This is one of the best innings that you will see in this D10. And also in a situation where Sharjah needed to get to a flyer, he is the man of the moment, Hassan Isa Khail. Big appeal from Unaib, and that will be turned down politely by Razik Khan.
Yeah, Hassan Isa Khail on your screens. What a start he provided to the team. This was required for Team Sharjah. They weren't looking too good with the bat, but I think with the way he started today, that'll give a lot of confidence to everybody. And they will have that belief of winning this game, which is very important for them to stay alive in this tournament. Now 121 on the board. I thought anything less than 130 and Emirates Blues would be happy with this performance after the start that was provided by Hassan Isa Khail. Slower delivery, that's been picked and picked well. That'll go all the way for a maximum from the blade of Khalid Shah. After a long while, we've seen the maximum coming from his blade.
Oh yes, that was another slower delivery. This time he waited for it. So one ball too many from Unaib Rahman, and that one was hit right from the sweet spot of that bat. And I've held that bat. I think it's one of the best bats that you would see around. Beautiful hit, 127 for 2.
$127 for 2. 9 overs done. Last over coming up. It's going to be Sabir Rao. First delivery slower. And Hassan, beg your pardon, Usman Khan has trickled that towards the square leg. Will be a couple of runs. He hasn't been able to get his timing right today, Usman Khan.
Yes, Rashid, and your timing is also not all that great today. Hassan Isa Khail is on your mind. especially because of that innings that he has played, hasn't
How
he?
can you forget that innings then?
Oh yes, Hassan Isa Khail, just giving them that belief in this match that they can win this game. And we've met these boys off the field during this tournament, and everyone I've met, they've all said that they want to win this tournament. They want to go and qualify and win. So that is definitely there in their mind, and that is why they are playing it. It is a kind of a turnaround that we've seen for Sharjah. They've started really slow in the tournament, but slowly and steadily they are trying to find feet in this tournament. They still have time, 2 matches. They need to win both to qualify, and this one is definitely a do or die game for Sharjah.
Absolutely. It's very important that they beat Emirates Blues and don't give them those 2 points which can take them to 12. Meanwhile, they've got an excellent start. They've got some runs on the board today. That's a good delivery from Sabir Rao. Now the ball is not coming onto the bat. I thought Hassan Isa Khail was playing on a different pitch altogether.
That, again, the slower delivery. And I felt that it's going to be the fast bowlers who will have an impact in this game, because the ball that does skid on, so you cannot actually judge the speed on the ball. And the slower deliveries will also be very handy. So the fast bowlers is the bowlers who will have some impact in this game. The spinners, not so much today.
Yeah, seems so. Meanwhile, that's been played straight to cover, and that's been taken. That innings from Usman Khan wasn't looking all that fluent, and it's come to an end.
A low full toss, and he's played that towards the bigger part of the boundary, Usman. Clearly not getting it from the middle and not timing it well. Easy catch. Easy catch. So that is it. The end of the innings for Usman Khan. He walks back. It's the 3rd wicket down. 131 for 3.
It's going to be Junaid Shamsuddin, the new batter, who'll come and take strike. 2 more deliveries to go in this innings. 131 on the board. Sabir Rao has only given away 4 runs in his 4 deliveries. So 2 more deliveries. Can they get a boundary? That's a requirement for the team Sharjah. We thought the way Hassan Isa Khail started, they'll get to at least 150 runs.
Goes big. I don't think he's connected it well. Will be taken. Oh dear. Well, it's gone past his hands and over the ropes. So the boundary that you were asking for has been gifted by Harsh Desai. Not having a great day.
Yeah, that was heaved, hammered towards the onside. And look at that. Oh, right through his hands. Onto his cap and over the boundary rope for a maximum. 6 runs coming off that penultimate delivery. 1 more delivery to go. It's going to be Junaid Shamsuddin on strike. He's a big hitter of the ball. We just saw him hitting a 6. Can he get 1 more? Single. And they will get to 139, which is the highest total of this tournament. So an excellent effort coming in from Team Sharjah right when it was required.
138 was the previous best. It's now 139. Sharjah would have desired a lot more, but this is enough for them if they can bowl sensibly. The pressure will definitely be on Emirates Blues, because for them it's also a must-win game. If they win this game, they qualify. If they don't, the table is wide open for Sharjah as well as Ajman, who also have an outside chance of winning or qualifying into the top 4. That's the highlights of the first innings. It was all about Hassan Isakhel in the first half of that first innings. And that first over, especially, was a beautiful display of clean hitting from Hassan Isakhel. Made sure he connected every ball and made sure that it crossed the ropes with a lot of ease, grace, and comfort. Got to his 50, and by the time they were there, Kamar and Hassan Isakhel, they looked really dangerous. Zawar getting that ball in the stumps and trying to put pressure on Hassan Isakhel. This was the wicket of Hassan Isakhel. A good catch taken at mid wicket. Alishan Sharfu came in, got that other wicket of Kamar Awan, and since then they did try to slow the run rate for Sharjah, but Usman Khan, he hit a few good shots and made sure the scoreboard was ticking. One shot came from the bat of Khalid Shah. That was a super shot as well. That was the wicket of Usman. Good catch at covers. And then this last boundary that came was a gift from the fielders of Emirates Blues. So the first innings is done. The Sharjah scorecard looks pretty healthy. It's 63 from Hassan Isakhel in just 20 deliveries. A top knock coming in from a top player. Kamar Awan also scoring 16. 31 came from the bat of Usman. 13 from the bat of Khalid. 8 came from the bat of Junaid Shamsuddin. So with those 8 extras, Sharjah have managed to get to 139. For bowlers, Emirates Blues, they've got quite a few wickets, 3 wickets in fact, but they were not able to contain the flow of runs. Harsh Desai was expensive, gave away 28 runs in his one over. 22 came from the over of Zawar Farid. The pick of the bowlers, however, was Aditya Shetty, who gave away 15 in his 2 and got that 1 wicket. A wicket for Alishan Sharfu as well. So the first innings is done. We are going to go into a break. When we come back, it will be Emirates Blues chasing 140 in 10 overs.
Good afternoon, cricket fans, and welcome back to the ICC Cricket Academy in Dubai for yet more action of the Emirates D10 2023 powered by Fan Code. Match number 37 in progress. It was Sharjah who won the toss, elected to bat first, and Hassan Isa Khail went off big time. 63 of just 20 deliveries, ably supported by Kamarawan, Usman Khan, and Khalid Shah, as Team Sharjah in a must-win game have posted a mighty score of 139 in just their 10 overs, the highest score of the Emirates D10 so far. In terms of the bowling performance, well, Sabir Ali 1 for 26. Aditya Shetty did very, very well considering the overall circumstances. 1 for 15 on the evening. And of course, Alishan Sharfu, the captain, taking responsibility, but he was hammered for plenty of runs, although he did pick up a wicket. So 140 is the target for Emirates Blues to keep their playoff hopes alive. I am Ahmed Khwaja. Alongside me in the comm box is once again Mudassir Ali. Good afternoon, Mudassir.
A very good afternoon, Ahmed, and good afternoon to all of our viewers. It's a must-win game for these two teams, Emirates Blues and Sharjah. Sharjah winning the toss and opting to bat first. They have posted the highest total of this edition of D10, posting 139 in their allotted 10 overs. Alishan Sharfu, the captain of Emirates Blues, start the innings, 12 innings, 291 runs, 26 average, and look at that strike rate, above 200.
The outstanding batter of the tournament, and Zawar Farid coming off a player of the match performance himself. So it has to be this pair that has to get them off to a fiery start. Strike rate of 137 is certainly below par for Zawar Farid's batting talent. Matiullah Khan, 8 wickets in the tournament, excellent economy rate. Attack-minded bowler, part of the UAE squad for the ODI series versus the Windies, coming up in just a few days. So he'll certainly have his tail up, his confidence up. Taking a look at the field, there is a deep point immediately in place for Alishan Sharfu. And of course, the square leg fielder. Here we go. A chase of 140 on for the Blues. First ball. Hammered towards mid-off, but straight to the fielder. No single taken. So if Emirates Blues get to this target, it will be A, the biggest run chase of the tournament, and B, they will secure the place in the top 4, Mudassir.
And C, they will be happy.
I'm sure they will be quite pleased.
But for that, Alishan needs to fire with the bat. He's the man in form for Blues, facing the second delivery of Mati's over, runs in Mati. Trying to go big, trying to go towards the off-stump and play towards the mid-wicket, getting that inside edge, and Matiullah strikes in his first over. The big man, Alishan Sharafu, the young lad, departs without troubling the scorers.
Oh, tragedy here for Alishan, trying to go across the line, inside edge, and crashing onto off stump. What a sad way, perhaps, to end his tournament with a duck. 291 runs, just trying to force the ball and couldn't time it. None for one, Emirates Blues. So the new batter coming in is Ansh Tandon, stylish left-hander, part of the UAE squad for the West Indies ODI series as well. And well, it's good to see him early in the piece. Elegant player, has really developed his power hitting in the last 2-3 months, especially working with the UAE national team, improving by the day and a bright future ahead of him. Oh, big swing and a miss. Excellent delivery from Matiullah, getting that bounce of a foolish length.
Poor start for Blues. They have lost the man in form, their captain Alishan Sharfu. He was under pressure to get those quick runs. Not in control, and look at that Matiullah completely a different bowler to being with the national side. We travelled to Nepal a couple of months back ago. Roaring to go here, Matiullah.
Oh, absolutely. He'll have a big role to play versus the Windies. Was part of the T20 as well for the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders. Oh, chipped in the air, straight to fine leg. 2 wickets in the over for Matiullah Khan, and he's pumped.
Look at the celebration. He knows the importance of this game. And striking in his first over, couple of times, Matiullah pumped up. Smile of Mohammad Mudassir says it all. Ansh Tandon, yet again, no runs under his belt. The second batter of Blues departs without troubling the scorers. Change of line, change of pace, working in favour of Matiullah. Is 0 on board, but the column of wickets says 2 down.
New batter in is another UAE squad member, Ashwant Valthappa. Stylish, tall left-hander, wicketkeeper as well. Well, they're certainly under the pump here. 2 wickets down in just 4 legal deliveries of the run chase. Matiullah Khan, high on confidence and among the wickets. It's been a long day for the Blues so far. Their final round-robin group game. And it may end with a whimper. Matiullah on song. Pacey delivery tucked off the hip and brilliant fielding at short fine leg by Osman Khan. Well, he'll be relieved to have been given a break from his wicket-keeping duties. And this was the dismissal of Ansh. Just hurried on to him, trying to pull off the front foot. Much too full to play that shot. And Matiullah, yeah, there you go. Big celebration from the big fast bowler. Beautiful bowling.
In this match, in the first innings, we have seen in the first over, Hassan Isa Khail took on Harsh Desai, and in the second innings, yet again, the upper hand is of Sharjah, getting couple of wickets, that too of Ali Shan and left-handed batter Ansh Tandon back in the hut. It's Mati to Zawar. This time he connects well, cleared that mid-on fielder chase, but it's a maximum. With ease, he cleared that boundary rope off the mark. Zawar Fareed with a maximum.
Well, that ball just kept travelling and travelling and travelling, eventually over the rope for half a dozen. So the first over is done and dusted. Emirates Blues 7 for 2. So already on the back foot here are the Blues. 2 wickets down in the first over. Mohammad Mudassir will be coming in from the ICC Academy end. Zawar Fareed with the towering 6 of the last ball of the previous over. Oh, going across the left-hander there. Nicely bowled by Mudassir. He can swing the ball in both directions, and he's been a good source of consistent wickets for Sharjah.
Oh yes, and the right time they have got that right combination. The champion side, Sharjah, knows how to make a comeback. Just 4 wins out of 9 games for them. It was a must-win game. And they are in control after posting that 139 on board in the first innings. 7 for the loss of 2 Blues. The last hope for them is this pair, Ashwant Valthappa and Zaur Farid. Mohammad Mudassir, 4 matches, 5 wickets. Economy on a bit higher side, 10 runs. Nicely pulled and clears the short mid-wicket ball racing towards the fence. A good-looking shot from the blade of Ashwant Valthappa.
Well, that is the difference between the shot executed by Ansh and Ashwant. Ashwant a lot taller, 6 foot plus. So that just sat up for him of Mudassir and nicely put away over mid-wicket, pulling off the front foot well in front of square and easily done. This ball will travel on this beautiful outfield here at the ICC Cricket Academy ovals. So Mudassir just needs to bowl a touch fuller here. Ashwant likes to camp on the back foot, doesn't use his feet too much. Try to sneak the ball through the gate. Oh, there it is. Fuller delivery. Well, he's appealing, but it was clearly bat hitting the ground. No connection with the ball.
Quickly changing his line and length. Bowling fuller on the off stump, trying to chase a dot delivery. Not getting those quick runs. Making sure that he keeps the ball inside that line of the wide. Nicely bowled once again. Perfect line and length in the power play by Mohammad Mudassir.
And this is the kind of blueprint that Sharjah likes. Post big runs on the board, then allow your fast bowlers to attack in the second innings. Just need the batting to perform more consistently. Oh, big full toss, but it's given as a wide and mishandled by the keeper Khalid Shah. Well, he needs to do a lot better there. They will scamper for a bye as well. But it has been a slow start for the Blues.
Just could not bowl onto the perfect line. And a fumble by the wicket keeper. And when it happens, it to frustrate the bowler. As a bowler, you want your keeper to be sharp behind the stumps, and the easy run has been considered by Khalid Shah.
So Zaur Farid, first ball was a 6 over mid-on. His confidence is high as well. In and out of the UAE national team these days, but a quality all-rounder. Sometimes I feel that they haven't used him to his strength. He should be batting in the power play, but there's a lot of competition batting in the top 4 for the UAE. The likes of Vritti Arvind, Mohammad Wasim, Asif Khan Lala, Ramesh Shehzad, all ahead of him. Edged and taken by the keeper. Back of a length delivery, swinging away. He tried to pull off the front foot and straight forward catch for Khalid Shah.
One more batter departs for Blues. Change of line and length, back of length delivery, some pace generated, trying to pull top edge, and this time no mistake from Khalid Shah. An easy catch taken behind the stumps. Zaur Farid, just 6 runs to his name, trying to raise the tempo of the runs. There's the third wicket going down for Emirates Blues. 13 on board for the loss of 3.
So the new batter in is Fahad Nawaz, coming in at number 5. Another UAE capped player. He's had a quiet tournament. Only 98 runs to his name, but he has been batting in that difficult number 4, number 5 role. You don't get to face a lot of deliveries. Sacrificing for the side, that's always been his best quality. Total team man. Super exciting and elegant batter as well. Let's see if he can get going this evening. Oh, in dipper this time. Bit of an inside edge, but they will take a single. And Fahad will get off the mark.
The bowler should thank the batters of the team and look at the last wicket, the previous one. bouncer, not in control, and easy catch taken behind the stumps by Khalid Shah. Riding high on confidence, the bowlers of Sharjah, thanks to their batters, especially Hassan Isa Khail, for that quick 63 runs. They have got that mammoth total on board 139.
Yeah, it's interesting how the confidence can transfer onto your teammates. They just needed one player to stand up, like Hassan Isa Khail, and now everybody is delivering their best as well at the crunch stage of the tournament too. Pulled away, but just spliced towards that mid-wicket region. The fielder had been posted back to protect that boundary, so it's only going to be a single. And when you're chasing 140, going at a rate achieved of 7.5 is just not good enough, Mudassir. Only 2 deliveries remaining in the mandatory power play.
They need a miracle here, and 2 overs done, 15 for the loss of 3.
Change in the bowling. Mohammad Taimur Bhatti coming into the attack from the school end. So no sign of the floating power play just yet. Down the leg side. Oh, good work, Khalid Shah. And like you mentioned, his confidence has just risen after that catch. That was a difficult take with his wrong hand, but he did it well.
Just a movement, slight movement down the leg, and excellent job behind the stump by Khalid Shah. And good to see some runs under his belt. The first innings getting that maximum. Now they look as a good unit. Sharjah yet again on the pads. Result will be just a single.
Trying to bowl as straight as possible here, Taimur Bhatti. Was taken for a lot of runs last night by Mohammad Irfan of Emirates Reds. But it's come right down to the very last matches for Team Sharjah. But if they can sneak into the top 4, they can beat any of the top sides, Mudassir. They have that kind of talent and ability.
Oh yes, and they know the importance of the game. That is the reason they have bought in Khamarawan, Junaid Shamshu and Matiullah. Matiullah getting couple of wickets. Junaid Shamshu a maximum on his very first delivery. Khamarawan gave that support to Hassan Isa Khail. All the 3 players.
Well, Akash Tahir, he doesn't mind too much. Trying to cut that away behind point. Just a bottom edge for a single. So Emirates Blues not really going anywhere with this approach. They have to hit out or get out, Mudassir.
The other teams in this tournament, Fujairah, Abu Dhabi and Emirates.
Are they imitating us? Are they coming for our jobs? Akasha, I need to have a word with you.
It's better than we go and perform there out there in the field.
Yeah, that's better. You remain cricketers, we'll remain commentators.
I can field, Shoaib can bowl, you can bowl, Rashid can bowl, Abid can bat.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never seen it actually in real life. So we have 1 wicketkeeper, 3 bowlers and a batter. So we can at least play a 10-over match.
No, we have 1 wicket keeper, 3 bowlers and a fielder.
Oh, yes. Okay, here we go then. Batting, well, we'll ask somebody else. Maybe Hassan Isa Khail. So 19 for 3. Very slow going here. Fahad Nawaz and Ashwant looking to build a partnership. Oh, top edge. Deep third and the wicketkeeper. It will be the wicketkeeper's catch. Another grab for Khalid Shah. And a nothing innings from Fahad Nawaz.
They're falling like 9 pins here, Emirates Blues. Back of length, paced offer on this delivery by Taimur Bhatti, not in control. Poor shot selection from Fahad Nawaz. Wicket number 4 goes down, 19 on board.
So already 4 wickets down are Emirates Blues in that quest for 140. Number 6 coming in is Aryan Saxena. Super talented young batter, just a teenager, but plenty of high hopes from him. UAE under 19. Oh, pacey delivery. Was there a hint of an outside edge? No, just missed out, and another excellent stop by Khalid Shah.
Still finding it hard to hold Khalid Shah. Last wicket of Fahad.
Pacey delivery there from Taimur. Has that slingy action developed from tennis ball cricket, or what we call tape ball cricket? A beautiful punch. He just has that natural gift of timing, Aryan Saxena, doesn't he, Mudassir?
Oh yes, an upcoming talent here in domestic circuit. He was among the runs, and with that single, 3 overs done, 20 for the loss of 4.
So 20 for 4 at the end of 3 overs. It's been a no-show from the Blues batting. Chasing 140. Ali Shan Sharfu gone for a duck. Ansh Tandon gone for a duck. And Fahad Nawaz and Zawar Farid could not do much either. Ashwant Valthappa and Aryan Saxena at the crease right now. It was a must-win game for Team Sharjah. And they came out gangbusters, especially Hassan Isa Khail with a stunning innings of 63 of just 20 balls to post that mighty target of 140. Meanwhile, Taimur Bhatti has just gone off the field, struggling with perhaps a bit of nausea. And let's see, there are plenty of fast bowling options in this Sharjah side, but Fayaz Ahmed is not letting Emirates Blues get away from him. Matiullah Khan, already 2 wickets to his name, back into the attack.
Nothing going in favor of Blues. They have lost the toss, and that first over surprised everyone, giving to the spinner, and Hassan Isa Khail took full advantage and going after Harsh Desai and getting 22 runs. Straight away they were under pressure, Blues. Matiullah comes in, not in control, but it was played just away from the point fielder. Couple of runs on offer. Excellent running between the wickets by Saxena and Valthappa.
Yeah, the ball just got stuck in the pitch there. Just scooping it over that point region. And Mohammad Mudassir, he has a lot of real estate to cover on that offside boundary. So let's see if Aryan and Ashwant can just get some runs under their belt, build some confidence for the future. They have a long, long way ahead of them. Ashwant already been capped for the UAE national team. Aryan Saxena, under 19 product currently. Oh, that's a very short ball. That is certainly going to be a wide. I think even if Aryan Saxena, there were 2 Aryan Saxenas on top of each other, they wouldn't have reached that one.
That mammoth turtle allowing the bowlers to experiment with this line and length way over the head of Aryan Saxena.
Well, to follow all the action from the Emirates D10 and content from all over the cricketing world, gets on the Sports Eye page on all your social media feeds, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you like. We have all sorts of fun stuff there. So Sports Eye will be your one-stop for all things to do with cricket. Meanwhile, 23 for 4 in this match number 37 of the Emirates D10. Looks like Team Sharjah are dominating.
Oh yes, they are in comfortable position. They have got those 4 wickets especially of Ali Shan, thanks to this man on screen, Matiullah, a couple of wickets in his kitty. Very focused. Change of pace, played straight towards the mid off,
Ooh.
just manages to clear Hassan Isa Khail, and a welcome boundary from the blade of Aryan Saxena.
Yeah, just a push. Didn't go through with the shot. But mid-off was up. And he had just about enough of a bat on it to clear him and get the boundary. And yeah, he's just talking to Ashwant. There's something in the pitch. The ball is stopping on you. And great effort by Hassan Isa Khail. Usually a very, very good fielder. If that had been within catching distance, within catching range, he would have held on.
Not putting that extra effort, Hassan Isa Khail. Very watchful, gentle push towards the point. A single has been taken.
28 for 4 now into the fourth over. Still no sign of the floating power play. Rate achieved is 7.6, but required is 17.7. And there you can see the expression of the Emirates Blues coach, Mr. Qasim. He's looking quite disheartened with this batting effort.
They started off very poorly in this tournament, but made a comeback by winning those games. Very worried and dejected coach.
Yeah, a bit too worried there. On the pads, he has been getting that hint of movement into the left-hander, Matiullah. And he's bowled a very, very good spell here. Wickets, great intent, great pace as well. And spare a thought for these UAE lads. They just had a 50-over practice game yesterday in preparation for the Windies ODI series. So perhaps the energy levels are not at the same either. It's tough going for the young boys.
Oh yes, and if you talk about the fast bowling of Sharjah, Matiullah have that edge after the batters have posted 139, but still he's roaring to go, pushing and putting that extra effort, extra pace. Good to see. And he's trying hard to make a comeback in the national side, Matiullah.
Super, super fit is Matiullah. If you wake him up at 3 a.m., he can give you 10 overs. He's that kind of character. Chipped towards that mid-off region once again. Just beyond his reach. But they will pick up 2. So a steady over from Matiullah. His work is done for the afternoon. 31 for 4 at the end of 4. $31 for 4. Well, let's have a glance at the points table of the Emirates D10. It's becoming very, very tight indeed as we go into the final few days. Fujairah and Emirates Reds already locked in. But there you can see that dogfight in the middle of the pile. Emirates Blues, their final game, they needed to get up to 12 points to secure their spot. And Sharjah, one more game coming up against Ajman. So they hold their destiny in their own hand. Meanwhile, lofted over extra cover. Princely looking shot there from Ashwant Valthappa. Absolutely fabulous.
Uzair Khan starts his spell with a boundary. Tall left-hander Ashwant Valthappa going down on one knee and with ease clears that extra cover. Stylish left-handed batter Ashwant getting a boundary. The score slowly moves to 35.
Well, when the left-handers do it, they just look that extra bit more elegant, don't they? What a shot that was. Difficult to execute. And this time going away from the left-hander, didn't get in line with the ball. So Uzair just getting a hint of movement off the surface as well. He had the fastest 50 of the D10, and now he has a partner right behind him, his teammate Hassan Isa Khail.
And what a knock he played against Abu Dhabi. You're talking about the fastest 50 in this tournament that came against Abu Dhabi. That match was tied and Sharjah went on to get those 2 points, and based on boundaries, they got 3 boundaries more than Abu Dhabi. Yet again, keeping it simple on the off stump, a slight movement.
Yeah, Ashwant needs to get closer to the ball there, looking to open up the offside. But Uzair has adjusted very quickly, not bowling it in his hitting arc. Current run rate achieved is just below 8. So we're well short of the required of 19.1 now. Just going through the motions, our team Sharjah, they feel they have the game in their grip. Oh, look at that movement. That almost went like a leg break delivery there. A lot of seam movement out there. And that is why it was very questionable, like you mentioned, Mudassir. Why did Emirates Blues start with spin?
Forget about the bowling action, but this movement reminds me of Wasim Akram. Straight away, it took me back into the 90s. A beautiful seam position, and look at that movement going away from the left-hand batter.
Well, we have a Wasim Akram in the Emirates red side. He's also a left-arm pacer. Very high-quality bowler in his own right. This time coming into the left-hander. This is superb bowling from Uzair Khan. Keeping it very tight. Good comeback after that early boundary. Pulling his length back and just nipping the ball off the surface. Very skillful bowler. Used to be part of the Abu Dhabi side. Then we saw him represent Fujairah as well. Now he's in hot demand. Now he's gone over to Sharjah. So a quality player will always have quality teams looking for his services.
Player in demand in shorter format. Uzair Khan bowling his final delivery. This time. Pounced onto this delivery and to find the gap. Ball racing towards the deep extra cover. Ends the over with a boundary. Ashwant Walthappa moves to 15 and the score 39 for the loss of 4.
Well, with that, there'll be a change in the com box as well. Mudassir and I will take a short break and we hand it over to Shoaib Ahmed and Mohammad Rashid.
Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja and Mudassir Ali. 5 overs done. Emirates Blues on the back foot, 39 for the loss of 4. They're really struggling here to really chase this down. So it's just going to be about pride now. Bow out of the tournament. It's going to be a change in the bowling as well. Mohammad Nadeem is going to come in from the ICC Cricket Academy end. And he'll be bowling to Aryan. 10 of 7 for him. Ashwant Walthappa, 15 of 14 deliveries. 5 more deliveries to go. It's the power play taken by the batting side. Mohammad Nadeem comes in. Aryan steps down. Clips off his thigh pad and will be a single. 1 more run added to the total. But I think they are really struggling here, the Emirates Blues. They haven't had a fantastic tournament. They've been good in patches. I think Alishan Sharfu has been the key for them throughout the tournament. Whenever he's done well, they've managed to get some good runs on the board. That's the coach of the Emirates Blues. 5.1 overs. 140 is required, so 5 overs, 100 runs required for the Blues, which is a very tall task, considering they've lost 4 wickets. Ashwant Walthappa gets down on one knee, has been played towards the mid-wicket. They're going for the second. No. Wisely deny the second run. As I welcome Shoaib Ahmed to the com box. Welcome back, Shoaib.
Thank you, Rashid. It's been a tough ride so far for Emirates Blues. They've lost 4 wickets and the required rate has touched 20 from here on, which is definitely very difficult for Emirates Blues. Kamarawan doing well, sliding and making sure the ball is stopped around the 30-yard circle, keeping them to a single.
Oh yeah, that's what a good batting performance can do to you as a team. That spirits are really high, and they've done well, not only with the ball but in the field as well. So a good change coming in for Team Sharjah. Meanwhile, that one is bowled way outside off stump. Excellent keeping skills from Khalid Shah. He's got the smile on. That's a very good sign. 3 more deliveries to go in this over. Ashwin Tapa is trying to go for a big one and is connected well. That'll go all the way for a maximum. Excellent shot, getting down on one knee and connecting it well. Not from the middle of the bat, as he points out to his partner, but he's got 6 runs.
A left arm spinner bowling to a left-handed batter on a wicket that doesn't have much for the spinners. It's always going to be a challenge for Nadeem and Ashwant on that occasion. Even if it's not come from the middle of the bat, he's targeted the shorter part of the boundary, and that's how he's managed to get those 6 runs. Matiullah doing the hard work. They still need a lot of runs. Emirates Blues, they're almost out of the tournament unless they score 20 and over from here on. 21 to be precise, according to my sharp math skills.
Eyes. Meanwhile, a good delivery, good comeback from Mohammad Nadeem. There you go, you don't have to use your eyes too much. It's right on the screen. 21.84 is the required run rate.
Well, the computer is slow compared to my brain. The supercomputer right up here. Oh, big hit again. It's one is a sky, a fielder coming underneath it. Matiullah completes a simple catch. And that's going to be the end of the innings for Ashwant Waltapa.
That was a good delivery from Mohammad Nadeem, pulling his length back and still enticing Ashwant to go towards that shorter part of the ground. Doesn't get a good connection. Was more of a top edge than from the middle of the bat, and Matiullah is very safe. Takes it quite easily at the end. Another wicket goes down for the Emirates Blues, 5th wicket down. Ashwant Waltapa, 22 of 18, one maximum, 3 boundaries in that innings, 49 on the board after 6.
Short ball. It's been skied up in the air again by Fahad Nawaz. Or is it Aryan? Does Aryan, beg your pardon, rightly corrected by my special producer sitting behind me, Ahmed Khwaja.
Kamarawan, well, he's getting to bowl as well, and this is good. They're using all the resources they've got. He's a very slingy bowler. Likes to bowl just away from the batter on that occasion, taking it away from the right-hander. He's got that consistency behind him. Kamarawan is very experienced. He's got a lot of experience in the domestic circuit, now making his way into the team for Sharjah. And he's done well, I think, so far. That's an excellent slower delivery. And look at how quickly he goes through overs.
Oh yes, very experienced. And what I liked about that previous delivery was that the slower delivery was directed on the stumps. That is what you need to be sure of when you are bowling as a bowler. You need to keep it on the stumps. This time quicker and a slight movement in the air for Kamarawan. Keeping it tight, and as rightly mentioned, bowling his overs quickly.
He's a very deceiving bowler. You can't really judge his pace because of his slingy action, and those slow ones are really troublesome for some of the batters. He's got 2 variations of the slower one, rolls his fingers and bowls it back of the hand as well. Aditya Shetty will be quite ready for his chance to bat. That slower delivery, the roll of the fingers coming in from Kamarawan. Will only be a single, so I think they're doing a wonderful job here, Team Sharjah. Not only are they trying to win this game, they're trying to win it big and get their net run rate on the right track. One more delivery to go in this over. 52 on the board. Slower delivery once again. No connection, no timing from Uneb at the moment. Single to end the over, 7 done, 53 for the loss of 5. Norman Nadeem to continue. Starts off with a good delivery on the pads and will only be a single. So I think he's doing the right thing. He's bowling. He's trying to bowl as straight as possible, trying to force the batters to go towards the onside, which is the longer part of the ground. Aryan comes down. Has he connected well? Oh no, he hasn't. And an excellent catch running towards his left. Hassan Isakhil, he can do nothing wrong today. Picks up that catch and Nadeem gets his first second wicket.
That was again in the slot. That was the shot was definitely on. Didn't middle it. Got the bottom of the bat and a very good catch running towards his left by Hassan Isakhil. So another wicket falls and the story continues for Emirates Blues. They are on their way out of the tournament. It's 54 for 6.
Aditya Shetty, the new man. That's a good delivery from Nadeem, getting the ball to turn a little bit. Or is it that seam movement he gets? He bowls more like a medium pacer, so you would expect more of that seam movement than the spin to come from Mohammad Nadeem. Nonetheless, that was a good delivery. Uneb trying to make room for himself. Doesn't connect. Slower in the air. Good variation coming in from Mohammad Nadeem. And again, the ball turned just a tad bit. So that'll be encouraging for the other teams who are going to come out and play in this ground.
That was a slower delivery, the slowest that Nadeem has bowled, and that's why you saw some turn on the wicket. Again, goes slow, goes full. But I don't think Nadeem will want to bowl that kind of a delivery to somebody who's playing at the top. So we've seen that bowlers, the spinners especially, are trying to keep it quicker in the air against the top batters. Again, flighted in the air. This one's got a clean connection and that will go all the way for 6. So you can't be flighting the ball on this wicket as the batters will use their feet. This is another good hit and finally some runs for Emirates Blues.
So that was a good shot coming down the track, getting to the pitch of the delivery, and I think he played it from a little far away. Got a good connection. The ball is really coming on to the bat on this wicket if you really apply yourself. And gets maximum to end the over. 8 overs done, 61 for the loss of 6.
So these two companies coming together to bring us the broadcast of this wonderful tournament, ITW Prod-G and TPT 360 LLC for the Emirates Cricket Board. Meanwhile, Kamarawan getting some bounce off the wicket. Aditya Shetty is the new man in. Bowled well in the first innings. But the game definitely slipping out of their hands right now.
So yeah, this is definitely out of their grasp now. The required run rate is over 47 as per my quick calculations. 79 required of 10 deliveries. Yes, makes it easier now to calculate that. 47.4. I can bring it down to the dot. Meanwhile, that's been played towards the covers. Will only be a single. So they haven't been able to get those boundaries coming in except for that last shot hit by Unaib Rahman of Mohammad Nadeem for a maximum. I think the boundaries have really not come through. And most of that is due to the fact that Alishan Sharfu hasn't been able to get a go in this match. He's been the leading run scorer in this tournament, and that is what has helped Emirates Blues do well so far. But this was an important game for them, and him not contributing, I think that's just not helped the Emirates Blues.
Pulled and over the fielder at short fine leg. So again, some runs coming in from the bat of Aditya Shetty this time, but it's a little too late in the game. However, if it's a loose delivery, you have to go for it. That was a bounce at a very gentle pace from Kamarawan. Not the best of ideas to be bowling that kind of a length. And Aditya Shetty does well to place it over fine leg for 4. Slower this time, again on the back foot. He's played that in the gap, but there is protection in the deep. Mudassir will cut that off, and that will be a single to bring the over to an end. So 9 overs bowled, 1 more over to go. Emirates Blues are 68 for 6.
Right, last over coming in. 72 runs required in 6 deliveries. That's a required run rate of, guess what? 72 runs per over. Starts off with a single. 5 balls to go, 71 runs required. Junaid Shamsu comes in for the first time. Starts off with a good delivery. Was right in the block hole. And I think this is the right time for Team Sharjah to really make a comeback. Look at that delivery. Excellent delivery from Junaid Shamsu. Back of length, and that got some spin as well. So I think if it's a wicket where if you really apply yourself as a bowler, you put it in the right areas and get that slower delivery to your advantage, you can really perform well. It does come onto the bat well, as Shoaib mentioned in the pitch report. But you have to, as a bowler, you'll have to be very accurate with the way you approach. That's a good delivery once again on the stumps. Unaib Rahman placing it towards the cover sweeper. Will only be a single. So I think now we can say that Sharjah has really won this game. And now they've got that 1 foot inside that qualifiers.
Well, that will be a wide from Junaid Shamsu. So 70 on the board. Big swing from Aditya Shetty, but doesn't come from the middle of the bat. Slashed towards the deep point. Only singles is what they can manage to get right now. Junaid Shamsu bowling those slower deliveries. 1 ball to go in this innings and the game. And it is something to cheer about for Sharjah, who are trying to make a comeback in this tournament. There you go, a short delivery, a poor delivery from Junaid Shamsu to be bowling at the last ball. As the last ball, that is not a great delivery. 74 is what they managed to get. One more ball to go, but it's going to be Sharjah who will be walking out of that cricket field as the more happier side because they've batted well first and then they've bowled really well as well. Last ball, Junaid Shamsu goes full, goes down the leg side. They're appealing for it, but it's going to be a dot ball. So that is it. The end of the innings, the end of the game. And Emirates Blues have lost to Sharjah, and their journey almost comes to an end in this edition of the Emirates D10 2023, powered by Fancourt. Sharjah, their hopes are alive, and they will be looking forward to their next game. And hopefully, if they win that game, they will definitely get into the top four. So, a lot to play for, a lot to be seen in this tournament as the action continues here at the ICC Cricket Academy. But the news is, in this first game of the day, it is Sharjah who have beaten Emirates Blues by a huge margin of 70 runs.
Well, it was a clinical performance, emphatic win from Team Sharjah. Hassan Isa Khail on your screens, he's the man who set the tone for Team Sharjah, and I think they've done really well in this game. They've come and made themselves approach this game in a way that was required. Let's have a look at the highlights of this innings. They started off really well. Matiullah Khan in the very first over picked up a couple of wickets off the Emirates Blues, and that's where the tone was really set. And nobody could actually get going after that. We saw some big shots coming in from Zawar Fareed and Ashwin Waltapa, but they were requiring a lot of runs, chasing down those 139, 140 runs set by Team Sharjah. They kept losing wickets at regular intervals. The catching was absolutely wonderful from Team Sharjah. We did see some shots coming in from the Blues, but whenever they had a partnership going, they just kept losing wickets. Ashwin Waltapa looked good, but one shot too many from him as well, trying to force himself on the left-handed bowler. Excellent catch by Matiullah Khan. Aryansh couldn't do much as well. Good catch taken by Hassan Isa Khail on that occasion. And Aditya Shetty, the last man, did put in a boundary, but by then it was just too late. And Sharjah went on to win this game by 70 odd runs. Well, let's head down into a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be Mudassir Ali with the post-match presentation.
Welcome back. These are live scenes from the ICC Cricket Academy. The first game of the day is done and dusted, and Emirates Blues have lost against Sharjah. Sharjah have kept their hopes alive in this tournament with that win against the men in blue. Sharjah won the toss earlier today, decided to bat first and got a mammoth total of 139 runs. That was always going to be a big task for Emirates Blues and their batters, who haven't fired except for their captain Alishan Sharfu to chase this total down. Hassan Isa Khail was the star for Sharjah, scoring 63 runs of 20 deliveries, right at the top of the order, setting the tone for that first innings total. With him, Usman Khan scored 31 runs in 19 deliveries, and Qamar Awan scoring 16 of 11. The pick of the bowlers for Emirates Blues was Aditya Shetty, getting a wicket in his 2. Sabir Ali got a wicket as well. Alishan Sharfu getting a wicket. Emirates Blues also in that run chase faltered as they lost early wickets, especially that big wicket of Alishan Sharfu, who was out for a duck, and then it was all but over for Emirates Blues. Mohammad Nadeem was the pick of the bowlers, and Matiullah also getting 2 wickets. Sharjah, in the end, winning the game by a big margin of 65 runs. Let's look at the latest points table, and Sharjah has come up in that points table to number 4. Before this game, they were at 5, and Emirates Blues were at number 4. Now they have jumped to that 4th position. If they get to that another win, they will get into the top 3 as well. They have a chance, but for that, Abu Dhabi has to lose. Now look at the run rate of Sharjah. Before this game, they were at minus 0.36, and now they are in the positive. They are at 0.29. That is what one good game can do for you. And that is what it is. A big win at a crunch situation. Now, we are all set for the post-match presentation, where we've got Mudassir Ali with the player of the match.
Crucial points, a thumping victory by them, winning handsomely by 65 runs. Joining me in the presentation party is match referee Mr. Iftikhar Ali. It was a special knock from the Wonder Boy on a special day. It's 63 of just 20 balls, 6 fours and 5 maximum, helping his team to stay alive in this competition. It's Hassan Isa Khail, the player of the match. पहले तो बहुत बहुत मुबारक, थोड़ा सा आप कैमरे की तरफ हो जाए, बहुत बहुत मुबारक। और हसन अंडर प्रेशर थे, लेकिन आउट ऑफ नोवेयर एक ज़बरदस्त नॉक।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत ज़रूरी मैच था, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैंने इतना अच्छा बैटिंग किया, और ज़रूरी ये था कि हमारा टीम जीत जाए।
और कोई मैसेज था कैप्टन के साथ, क्योंकि मस्ट विन तो था ही था, ओपनिंग में भी आपके पार्टनर भी चेंज हुए।
जैसे आप लोगों को पता है कि हमारा टीम बैटिंग में बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन हमारा वो मोमेंटम नहीं बन रहा था, तो खालिद शाह और कैप्टन आए कि आप अपना नेचुरल गेम खेलो, इंशाल्लाह हम जीतेंगे।
और किसको ये अवार्ड आप डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
ये मैं अपने अब्बू को ये डेडिकेट करूँगा, क्योंकि वो मेरे साथ कॉल पे जब भी इधर नहीं होता तो मैं उनको वीडियोस भेजता हूँ, तो वो मुझे बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस देते हैं, और ये वजह है कि मेरी इतना अच्छे इनिंग्स खेली।
तो आगे भी इसी तरीके की बल्लेबाजी देखने को मिलेगी?
हाँ ज़रूर, इंशाल्लाह मैं अपनी मेहनत करूँगा, और बाकी सब अल्लाह के ऊपर।
चलो, वेल डन एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर अपकमिंग गेम्स।
थैंक यू।
That was the player of the match, special lad Hassan Isa Khail, winning the game for his team Sharjah. That's all we have from the post-match presentation, but there is one more game lined up. So stay tuned, we'll be back after a short break.